So Umgungundlovu District SAPS marked 16 days of activism by marching from Freedom Square to Pietermaritzburg police station. In addition to the march, they signed a pledge reaffirming their commitment to being there for victims and doing their best to stop the GBV endemic. There was also a candle lighting ceremony in remembrance of victims of violence. Zukie Cetywayo has more.
This march by the South African Police Service marked the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. SAPS, along with other stakeholders, participated in a march from Freedom Square to the Pietermaritzburg police station, where they signed a pledge and lit candles to honor the memory of those who have lost their lives due to GBV.
Today, we are gathered to launch the 16 days of activism. During this time of the year, we get together as different stakeholders and role players and intensify. We, the police, as well as other stakeholders, will work together towards fighting gender-based violence. We also encourage police officers, especially commanders, to teach their subordinates in terms of this Act, Domestic Violence Act, Children's in Need of Care, as well as Firearm Control Act. So they will be able to be efficient when dealing with this kind of domestic violence, and also treat victims with courtesy and not find themselves being subjected to a secondary victimization.
They challenged discriminatory attitudes and called for improved laws and services to eradicate violence against women and children.
Moral Regeneration Movement is a national campaign on moral renewal. As you see, we are working with policemen because they are the custodian of morals, and also they are traditional leaders and religious leaders who are also perceived as custodian of morality. So, in a nutshell, our message is to say all South Africans, not only for these 16 days of activism, but every day, to ensure that we ensure harmony in everyone that is living in this country.
The march aimed to raise awareness about the scourge of violence against women and children in Pietermaritzburg.
16 days, it's not a day only. Actually, it's a 365 days. So the very important thing that we want community to do is to report any matters that are related to GBV, related to children, because everybody has the right to report. They need to report to the relevant department where they will be able to assist those matters or those children or those people who are involved in that.
Thina-ke njengomnyango senza i-oversight emaphoyiseni la sisuke sibabheka khona amaphoyisa ukuthi ngabe baya-implementa noma bayilandela yini imithetho ye-gender based violence. So manje-ke size la ukuthi sizoxwayisa umphakathi, sizogqugquzela kwawona amaphoyisa ukuthi asibe careful masiya kwi-festive season.
As long as the CPF is there, we will be reporting on any issues concerning gender-based violence. We also plan to work more closer with the various stakeholders such as NPA, with the police and NICRO, as to sensitize and have more public awareness programs in our various communities with regard to gender-based violence and empowering ladies, youth, also our children, and most importantly men, because men don't know that they can also learn from these empowerment workshops that we're going to host.
The SAPS also emphasized that the fight against abuse of women and children in society is not a battle for them to wage alone, but they will lead the fight against it. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I am Zukie Cetywayo.